Hi, hello, and welcome to Vertex of Abundance. My name is Serene Priestess Gorgeous. I'll be your oracle today, and I'm here to preside over the daily reading. Our version of the daily reading inside the Vertex of Abundance Galactic Temple of Ascension is called the Vertex Day. The spirit of the day will come out and provide some messages. So Tuesday is actually Mars and Jupiter. Another spirit may come out as well. A lot of people think it's just a Mars day. It's more Jupiter. Mars is really only around between 2 and 4 p.m. wherever you are. It's according to the angle of light from the sun. Okay, just after high noon, when the sun is beginning to descend after high noon, that first 2 hours, that's actually Mars time. So the rest of the day is Jupiter for me. So I'll be deliberating my findings from the Rider-Waite. Let us begin. Oh. So some of the energies are already ready. Okay, let's see. Great. Okay, so it will be Jupiter plus Mars plus Mercury. Okay. We have La Imperatrice, the Empress. La Torre in reverse, the Tower. La Papessa, the High Priestess. Il Vegetto, the Magician. Il Matto, the Fool. L'Ermitia, the Hermit. So this for me is marching orders. So let me just go ahead and settle in here. So the throne is Saturn, the crown is, well, the crown is Mars, Mercury, Sun, and the Moon. It's taking orders from the Sun and the Moon. It's transcribed through Mercury. They sent a messenger. This is marching orders from Command Central. So let's get in here because this is, it's pleasant energy. It's just kind of intense. I don't know that song. Would you still be my baby? I've got to have all your love. I don't know that song. I haven't heard that since I was a child. My brother used to listen to that song. I've got to have all your love. I don't even know the lyrics. Would you still be my baby? 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 That's what I'm hearing. Would you still be my baby? I've got to have all your love. I don't know who sings that song. Maybe R. Kelly. I don't know. Please don't hate on me because I don't know it. I don't. It's not me. So would you still be my baby? We're on the journey here. Well, first of all, the work to do is to go on the journey through the physical. And this would be talking about our physical body. The higher spirits may be mounting us today to use our physical body to strip the illusion around the reality that we're perceiving. It will have been slow, steady movements forward. They would have been warning us in some way, shape, form, or another. And in the distant past, we've been dealing with some type of battle, some type of burden. And in the future here is crystallizing some type of foundation. expanding some type of foundation. Not an easy departure from it. We won't be losing it. We won't be switching one foundation for another one. We're actually going to be doubling our foundation. So it'll go from a door to a gate. A door to a portal, I'm hearing. So in the conscious mind, we're dealing with expansion. In the subconscious mind, we're dealing with disappointment, loss. Somebody is heartbroken over somebody else would have broken up with us. Now, it doesn't need to be a breakup, but the Five of Pentacles is somebody else leaves you. It could be a business partner. It could be, I'm hearing loss of a job. Wow. It could be a lover. Five of Cups in reverse, somebody returns to you. Eight of Cups, you leave. Eight of Cups in reverse, you come back, and that's only for love readings. So we're going on this journey here. We are going to be the one who implements this. There's going to be a lot of destruction around us. Maybe we might be holding ourselves back because we're angry. I'm asking rage and they're telling me fury. I'm hearing a very specific circumstance, but I think I'm getting a personal read simultaneously while I'm trying to read the collective here. So this is going to be rather delicate. Okay. We're going on a journey of self-worth and value. Literally, we are creating something through our nurturing ability and our receptive nature. Now, what cannot be changed is we're actually going to have to surrender to manifestation. We're going to have to surrender to actually having a talent, having the knowledge. There's a lot about this that we can do. And I think it's interesting because we need to choose our words carefully. This is always a combination. Tower and Magician can be communication breakdowns, communication miscommunications. And I think these miscommunications happened long in the past, and somebody's coming back to rectify something. The Five of Cups and Five of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles could mean a long overdue apology, especially with the Chariot. Somebody finally showed up to apologize for something that happened in the past. See, that Knight of Pentacles is crowned by this Queen of Cups. So she could be heartbroken over something that happened in the past. She's looking towards the past, looking down into her feelings. And then he comes through in the future trying to rekindle something or see if there's anything there. I'm hearing take an inventory. So what I'm hearing is somebody's coming back from the past to make an apology, and it was a miscommunication from the past that maybe caused a breakdown. You might not have known it. So this Tower in reverse means you finally figure out why something broke down, and it's something that happened a while ago, and you finally figure it out. You might not be interested in rekindling this because you're focused on your work. You're hustling up. You might be saving money. You might be trying to qualify for some type of promotion. You might be almost ready to launch something. You might almost be ready to either get another promotion or you might be saving up money. Somebody's going to come to you and you're not going to budge. And this anger, this area over here is us. This area over here is somebody else. So, but this is us this time. So they're coming to us trying to see if there's anything here, and they really want it. And they're trying to convince us that we should jump in with them, and we're not going to want to because we don't want to be distracted by them, and we've cried enough. I'm hearing I've cried 1,000 times. I would have cried 1,000 more. I'm hearing you left me. So now you're asking me to come off my throne and get with you. Whoa, damn. Okay, this is something. All right. Let me just do this real quick. What cannot be changed is that we need to look into our options. We need to surrender to the fact that we have options. We might need to manifest outside of what we are. And we need to sacrifice going towards something new. Now, if we still have love for this person, we may need to travel towards the love that we have. So if the love of the self is higher than the love of this person, we shouldn't get with this person. If we love them, I don't want to say we love them more, but if loving them affirms the love we feel for ourselves, the sacrifice would be surrendering towards wherever the love feels the greatest. So for some folks, we're not going to want to go back, and for other folks, we're going to need to go back. Now, you'll know, your heart will speak up. Your heart will speak up. Your feelings will definitely tell you, maybe even your emotions. We have feelings, we have emotions, we have thoughts, we have drives, we have passions out. We even have wisdom through sacrifice here. So, well, wisdom through long terms of isolation. So the sacrifice would have been, this person went and looked for other opportunities because there was a breakdown in miscommunication. You might have communicated something that made them tap into a fear where they didn't take the leap to try to secure opportunities. Now they're coming to manifest something. They're coming literally to offer a long-term commitment, and we're not going to want it. And it is love. Now, if there's no love opportunities, it's going to be something that we really, 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 really want. And it's open and available to us. So if it's not love, it will be a job that we're really in love with the idea of having this position, having this money, having this career, whatever. But ultimately, what's coming to us is the truth. And after further examination, most of us, not all of us, are going to decide against it. And that's what this Tower in reverse is. Somebody is furious and they're having to keep that under wraps because they always thought we'd sit there waiting. And we probably were that kind of person in the past. This person coming sees us as the person who holds on to love. And what I'm seeing is they're not able to get into us like they normally get into us. They're not able to see what our emotions are, even see what we're thinking that much. We're gonna need to, again, surrender to the fact that we have multiple options, and we're gonna need to take a cold hard examination at that. So I'm just gonna do another round because we don't have the winning combination yet. The tower came right back out. It will be a breakdown in some type of partnership. It came right back out. They just switched places. Did you see that? Did you see that? That was so cool. All right. So when that happens, I'm going to re-explain and do one more go, but I'll shift the gates. Okay. So as above, we've been alone, single, isolated for some time. We've had options, had suitors. Even if we're not looking for love, we've had opportunities, and we've just been mitigating this. We've been figuring out, we've been writing love letters to ourselves. We've been dreaming quietly, but practically. And on Earth, it's looked like we're lonely. We're not sharing our feelings. We're not telling people our plans. And suddenly there's a shift. We can have inciting insights. We may quickly, shockingly discover something. We may stumble into something, maybe even a little bit of trouble, but we'll be protected. Now, from within and in the past, we've been working on our money here, building, going on the journey, and it's successful. We've matured slowly. We've gone from a novice to an initiate to a master. And that might be why we have options too. We've been working on building our options, gaining more opportunities. No, that's the answer, no. Truth is here. We've been working on self-love. So truth is here, something shows up and we're not gonna want it. You know, exactly as I suspected. So what I'm gonna do here is to shift the gates around real quick so that other energies come. because we're really tuned into what this is. It's just not making sense. And a card fell to the floor. So what falls to the floor comes to the door. So they left us and now we're leaving them because we're going to be working on something else, and somebody else has already made an offer, or they will be making an offer, and we're going to go in that direction. I heard we're going to go on towards something completely new. So that anger is this person coming back thinking that you're going to be available to them and you're not actually going to be available to them. Yep. So there was a breakdown in some type of collective love situation. There was a breakdown in a love situation. It didn't come together because there was a breakdown in communication. Somebody wasn't showing up and communicating what their feelings were. They didn't take that leap of faith and actually try to lock down the partnership. And they left. They left you hanging too. They could have ghosted you. Five of Pentacles with the Hermit is a ghosting energy. So now they come back and you're not going to want to receive this. You're not going to want to commit to the relationship. They're perfectly ready to commit and they're ready. Now they're a little bit afraid of being rejected, but I hate to say it, but it's their fault. And I'm not a person who assigns blame or assigns fault or makes people bad. I don't like vilifying things or people. Everything is a choice. Everything is a lesson. Nothing bad is happening as long as you're moving forward and you're not making the same mistakes. It's just that there's going to be some hurt feelings here, and this person is going to be hiding a lot of rage. They literally thought that you would still wait for them. And so you're like, nope, you're going to mess with my money. Nope, you're going to mess with my opportunities. Nope, you're going to mess with my momentum. Nope, you're going to mess with my flow. Nope, I'm not going to spend time on you. I'm not going to go to where I got broken to try to get fixed. You're leaving them now, period, for certain. Absolutely. You're going to higher ground. You're going to new opportunities. You have multiple love opportunities. And when you're ready, which you're not right now, you will enact those, not this. You know, in my head, I hear laughter, but when I see this, I'm sad because this is also really resonating with a personal situation. I'm hearing if we're not growing together, we're growing apart, and I've outgrown you. In order to be with you, I need to be a lesser person. I need to go back to who I used to be, and I'm not that person anymore. Oh, okay. So yeah, when this opportunity comes back around, unless it's a job offer, you need to say no. You just say no. So that's just a triple confirmation for me. Something deep inside of you is going to tell you, if I accept this love offer, it's going to derail my life, and you are correct. You need to leave behind who you used to be. If you would have immediately accepted them back, you can't do it. Don't play games. Don't be petty. Just say this isn't going to work. And there is an argument here. Somebody could have their moon in Virgo, and somebody can have their... There's only one sign here. Moon in Virgo, moon in the... Could be sun in Virgo as well, sun in the 6th house. Sun in Virgo for sure. Sun in the 6th house. One of the two. Mercury in Virgo. Mercury in the 6th house. One or the other. Moon in Virgo, moon in the 6th house. Somebody could also have their moon in Cancer, moon in the 4th house, moon in the 8th house. Could have your moon in Pisces or Scorpio. It would be definitely Pisces if you also have your Mercury conjunct your moon, that could definitely be Pisces. But if your Mercury is not conjunct, meaning in the same house, in the same sign, within a couple degrees in Pisces, then it's either Scorpio or Cancer. It's not including Pisces if your moon and Mercury are not conjunct. You know the truth, and it's going to come forward, and they're going to try to negotiate, navigate, and you're not going to have it. You're going to let go and release this burden because you know what the secret is, and you are still connected to this individual. And that's what it is. You're going to be cutting them out, and it's never going to feel so good to you. Okay. Balance. Yeah, you're going to have a different perspective here, despondence. See, this person, they couldn't share their feelings because they could barely feel them. They probably had some type of addiction or crisis that they were going to, and they just emotionally checked out. They had to go on some type of journey. They wanted to complete something. Now, this person is a soulmate, but you don't have to marry and settle up for life with every soulmate. Yeah, they're better now. They want to come back and heal, but you're not going to be available for that. It's very clear here. You'll be stuck at an impasse. They'll be at an impasse. And there's passion and camaraderie, but you're not going to bring the relationship up on the table. It's very clear here. I was feeling that underneath the surface, and I've been going through something very similar to this. I feel somebody approaching me, and I'm just not feeling it. Again, you'd have to go back to an old version of yourself. You'd have to lower yourself, revert back to your old you in order to accept this, and you're not willing to do that. And of course, you know, if you have new money from the new you and you go back to the old you, you're debilitating yourself. You've grown and you've prayed and you've healed without closure, and now you're not gonna actually open up. Yeah, if somebody leaves me without closure, I will not get back with them again. And I understand that sometimes you can't give closure and you're under no obligation to give closure, but you know, anything else would be judgment. That's my value judgment here. So like, if you don't provide closure when you're leaving, explanation when you're leaving, and you can come back and provide closure and I still won't care. You have 24 hours. And if you don't ask within that 24 hours for more time, you will not be given it. You can say, I'm not in the space to talk, I'm not in the space of dialogue, I need to take some space, I'm going to walk away, I'm going to take a day, I'm going to take a week. You can put me on notice. But if you just walk out and you don't explain why, and it's been 24 hours, there's no entry. The door's been closed. With or without my knowledge, with or without my doing, it's out of my hands. The goddess who loves me will not tolerate that. And I don't think you're as harsh, but it definitely is over. You have to get closure on your own. So whatever you told yourself in your mind is much better than what it is going to be in reality, because it's going to be something stupid when it comes up, and that's going to piss you off a little bit, because both parties are fighting back rage. One wants to get back together, and they're going to try to manipulate something. It's not going to be overtly malignant. It's not going to be overtly toxic, but they're going to pull some strings to see if they have a way back in. Once they get you back, they won't do that again, and it's just not going to work. That might turn you off a little bit more. Now you're going to be impartial and you're going to do a good job at keeping your energy under wraps, but it's not going to come together very clearly. They are going to try a little something. And they still see themselves as bigger, brighter, and better than you. They still see you as smaller, meeker. You must not know about me, nothing about Baba G. Okay, homie, you about to meet who I really am. I don't know if you want to do that. Excuse me, I had to let that out. I couldn't keep it in. So I already had another you for a minute, got rid of him too, and you'll be gone in a minute. So honey, bounce up out of here. You don't want to get to know me now. Sorry, I had to let that out. This is very true and correct. I'm getting confirmation after confirmation after confirmation. Yeah, it's not toxic, but it will be if you allow this energy into your life. You're already burdened. Having to have let go of them, not knowing what the hell was going on, not knowing what happened, who did it, who done it. All of that unanswered, you took you some time to work through it. And you have to shut the world out and work with yourself for a minute. And now he's asking you to open up and surrender. See, that's my thing. Just don't go backwards. So if he comes back as a new person and you're a new person and you know what happened, what the breakdown was, and how you've both changed since then, but they provided no closure. Yeah, you've outgrown it and you forgive them, but you're not going to open up to them. I think you've already forgiven them and you've already gone else. And see, they were out working and working and working and working and working and working, especially if they have like a service job, like a nurse or a caregiver or a teacher or a social worker or a doctor, a healer, somebody who is of service, massage person, a Reiki person. And you were offering and offering and offering and offering and offering to them, and they were just so overwhelmed they couldn't even. But then say, I don't have the space, the spoons to process this. So now your self-worth is more valuable than this person's confession of love. But you'll accept the dinner or the whatever with them because you want to know what it is they're going to say. So if you have tarot cards, and when they call you, text you, whatever, pull your cards and have your laugh before you show up so that you can be calm, cool, and collected. Because both of you are going to be hiding massive feelings, similar but different. Excuse me just a second, I'm starving. Green smoothie. Yeah, 2 10s means the repayment of debt. So they're coming in to make something good. 2 8s, a message from afar. Normally I wouldn't say that, but it's a message from distant past. So this would have been over a year. Let's see if there's any timing here. There is not a single timing indicator. Not a single one. Not even subtle indicators. Now, when's the next eclipse? That might be something. It could be up to 4 months after the eclipse, probably a whole solid 2 weeks. So 2 weeks to 4 months after the eclipse. And I'm hearing no later than August. So you might be going through these feelings now, because if this energy is coming up now, these are things that you're beginning to process. When I changed the gates, the queen came out in reverse. So she was forcing herself to look into the future, even though the past was still nagging at her and she was still carrying energy from the past. Somebody definitely has an earth moon. This person will not come back. That's very indicative of an earth moon. A year later, say, hey, you know, the person I was when I did that to you, I've been thinking a lot about them and I've outgrown them. I just want to apologize, let you know I did something to you that I'm aware of. And if I had the opportunity to do it again, I would choose differently. You know, Earth moons, especially Capricorn moon, is very much like that. The queens are cardinal signs unless you use the Gorgeous method, which is the queen is the moon. A lot of people just read queens as females. I read them as cardinal. The king is fixed. The knight is mutable. But this is somebody with their moon in Virgo, or their moon in the 6th house, their moon in an earth sign. Guilt, yes, so they're coming back. They're really insecure about this and they're worried about getting rejected, and you were destined to come together. There was some type of soulmate bond, definitely. And you're still carrying a lot of grief from this. Girl, let me just tell you, I'm in a very, very, very similar situation to this. You've already accepted this and moved on. It's painful and you're still carrying the energy, but you're not holding out for anything. I'm hearing that Beyonce song, you must not know about me, you must not know about me. I hear that. I could have another you in a minute, matter of fact. Been had a few of you since we've been in it. So honey, you don't know me anymore. You just don't know me. Oh my. Yeah, you're in a perfect situation and this is actually going to help you heal. It's just going to be a week of pain when you're going through it. They're going to come back and offer a commitment and you're just not going to be into it unless this is involving work. Yeah, you want to stay alone for a little while because you've been growing a lot, learning a lot about yourself. You feel joy alone. Yeah, I was one of those people who chronically needed to be in a relationship, and one day I was just like, F everybody. I hate everybody. I don't want anybody around me. Leave me alone. And I love it. I love being alone. It's so fun. I know not everybody's like that. Yeah, there's some type of repayment of debt. That could be an apology. It can be you coming back and getting a debt paid to you. Somebody might owe you something. It could be money. Yeah, so if anything I said resonates deeply with you, go ahead and contact me at oracle@priestessgorgeous.org. The booking link is in the show notes. There is a special if you want to look at if you need a divine partnership assessment to know if this is a viable opportunity for you and you don't want to say no to the right person and yes to the wrong person. Until the end of Gemini season, until the summer solstice, I actually am offering a discounted divine partnership assessment. Now, the cheapest one is, yeah, so there's somebody you've been entertaining and you need to have fun with them. And you do need to release your ex. You've already released them. So after you say no to this person, the proper person will show up right on their coattails. And it's going to be really hard for you to see that, so you might need confirmation. I would love to offer you confirmation, but you can go to any YouTube reader. Maybe you have a Mambo, a Madrina, something like that. Okay, and see, this is my rule, but it's coming out. I like guys that have free time from work so that they can travel. I don't like people that are stuck in some job where they need to ask permission to take a 2-week vacation. There's nothing, that's such a buzzkill to me. Having to ask permission to live your life. If you're not large and in charge, I'm not interested. Here we got retreat. Okay, so I'll take you as a lover, but not as a partner. If you can't, if you need to ask permission to leave work, now I realize you might own your own business and you got a schedule and all that other stuff, but I don't know why this is coming out either. I'm kind of in the dark here. I'm doing that intentionally because this is really freaking scary. This is so, and Taurus did come out. So what I was hearing, and I want to be very clear here, this person will have an earth moon. Not only that, but if they have a sun sign, it'll probably be in Capricorn or Taurus. Not only that, but if they do have a sun sign and a moon sign in the same sign, or both earth, moon, and sun, there's going to need to be some type of sixth house energy where they have moon in the sixth house, sun in the sixth house, or, you know, whatever. You don't need to be very specific, but it'll pop out at you. Now, listen to me. There's a discounted divine partnership assessment. It's like 45% off. So that's available to you. If you want it, you don't have to get it. But listen, honey, if you're able to confirm that they're coming back to you and you're cost sensitive right now, you need an affordable price, it's only going to be there until the 22nd. Now, what you can do is go book the session, and you can push it out 3 weeks in advance. And if you need more time than that, I'll have to manually book you. Okay. Now, I go to Africa at the end of every year, so I don't know how far in the future we could go. Do you hear what I'm saying? I'm just, and I go home to do ceremonies and rituals and stuff with my tribe, forgiving and learning. Codependency. Yeah, you need this new love. Right on the coattails of this old and new one's coming through. Now, the 1111 Divine Lovers series, check that out. It's on this channel. Just look up 1111 Divine Lovers series, Priestess Gorgeous. It'll come through. I'm pretty detailed in it for another couple of sessions, 2, 4, 6 weeks. So after that, it's going to be a little more private. So I hope you can figure out whatever free resources. And then if you really want to know if love is coming your way, do not take advice for love from a reading on YouTube that is speaking to your sun sign. Unless your sun is conjunct or opposite your moon and it's the same sign as your rising sign. Look for your moon, look for your Venus, look for your rising sign, look for your north node. North node is your destiny, rising sign is what comes towards you. Moon is what your emotional needs are, your inner self needs. Your sun is your external self. So your sun will trip you up. If you're making a decision based off something in your sun sign reading, it's literally, there's a 70% chance it won't happen either the way you thought or at all. So if you do suddenly think that it's coming because you watched one video on YouTube, it needs to be your rising sign, honey. It needs to be your rising sign. Now, I get it. Some of us don't know our rising sign. Check your sun sign, check your node, check your moon sign first, then your north node, then your sun sign, in that order. Okay, listen to mama. I'll talk to you soon. I love you very much. Take good care of yourself. Stay true to yourself. Stay true to your heart. Honor yourself, love yourself, cherish yourself, protect yourself until we meet again, until we read again. Namaste, Dandava, and Ashe. Bye, everyone.